Leo Valdez is a character from the Heroes of Olympus and Trials of Apollo. As a son of the god Hephaestus and one of the demigods in the Prophecy of Seven, Leo was a very powerful demigod. In this video, I'll be going through all of his powers and abilities. Without further ado, let's get started. Let's start with Leo's general abilities. The first two abilities that Leo naturally has as a demigod are both ADHD and dyslexia. Almost all demigods in the Riordanverse have these two abilities, as it makes them stronger in missions or quests in many ways. ADHD helps Leo be aware and analyze his opponent's fighting style, and speaking of Leo's ADHD, Annabeth Chase once commented on how even for a demigod standard, Leo was very ADHD, which helped him pretty well in combat situations. Dyslexia, on the other hand, makes Leo understand ancient Greek instead of modern languages like English, which can be pretty handy on a quest that involves Greek myths. Being multilingual is another general ability that Leo has. At an early age, Leo was taught Spanish, English, and Morse code by his mother, and ever since, he has been fluent in all of them. Leo is also naturally fluent in ancient Greek thanks to being a Greek demigod, and overall, Leo is one of the most multilingual demigods in the Riordanverse. And now, let's go to Leo's abilities more geared towards combat. First is superhuman strength. Compared to his fellow male demigods like Percy Jackson, Jason Grace, and Frank Zhang, Leo is described to be the physically weakest demigod in Dior 2. Leo is said to be both short and skinny, but is still considerably strong. Leo was able to use this strength in The Lost Hero when he used two silver-tipped blacksmith hammers to smash enemies in his way, which is a pretty big feat of skill as these enemies were giants. Next is superhuman agility. Through launching himself backward in a somersault to avoid getting crushed by a giant, and twisting his body mid-air to hang on the edge of a cliff, Leo was more agile than the average human. Superhuman durability comes next. This is seen in moments like when Leo managed to stay alive after falling from several feet in the air. He shook off crashing into Calypso's island after being blasted out of the Argo 2, and he even landed on a roof and managed to walk it off with Jason in The Lost Hero. Superhuman reflexes are another ability Leo has. Leo managed to dodge attacks from Cyclopses in The Lost Hero, fight the Earthborn giant, and jump off a helicopter before the helicopter exploded. Leo's incredible reflexes could be because of his above-average ADHD, which makes Leo naturally aware and alert of his surroundings. Under all of these combat abilities are Leo's fighting skills. Though generally not that much of a fighter, Leo's combat skills are still considerable. He was able to fight and defeat the snow goddess Keone in The Lost Hero and fight giants at the same time with nothing but his powers and his tool belt. And now, let's go to Leo's abilities more related to his mechanical skills or his inventing and fixing machine skills. First is technokinesis, and there are many examples of this. One of which is when Leo managed to fix the bronze dragon Festus, even though the entire Hephaestus cabin considered Festus unfixable. Leo was able to fix Festus, which shows his great skill in machinery. Leo was also able to manipulate a megaphone into saying "the cow says moo" in a Darth Vader voice just by using pipe cleaners. And a huge feat of skill on Leo's part was when he single-handedly led the construction of the Argo 2. Even his father Hephaestus commended Leo's skill on the design of the Argo 2, which just shows how great Leo is with machines. Under technokinesis is another ability called machine aptitude. Through this, Leo can instinctively understand machines and expertly operate them despite having no prior experience with them. This was especially seen in The Lost Hero when Leo fixed Festus on his first try. Added to this is another ability called mechanical sensitivity. Leo can sense the materials used in machines and can tell if there's a defect in the projects. Next is machine expertise. This involves Leo's skill in operating vehicles like trains and helicopters. Leo can also easily drive a car, but for some reason, he can still get carsick, as seen in the Mark of Athena. Since his father is also known for making traps like the love ride in The Lightning Thief, Leo has an ability called trap detection. This came in handy when avoiding traps made for Hephaestus in The Lost Hero, and when Leo managed to disarm the traps around Midas's place in the same book. And now, let's head to Leo's abilities aligned with his fire powers. Hephaestus is also the god of fire, yet he rarely gives this power to his kids due to its bad reputation. Hephaestus' kids considered fire powers to be a curse because of their destructiveness, to the point that Leo was the only demigod in 100 years who had it. Leo decided to use this firepower as a gift instead of a curse, and it proved very powerful to him. With this ability, Leo managed to fight and be on the same level as a goddess like Chione. Jason Grace even admitted that Leo was terrifying while fighting Chione, as Chione was forced to surrender and leave the place. Aside from this, Leo can also create fireballs and firebolts against his opponents. And the biggest feat of skill on this is when Leo managed to attack Gaia herself with his fire powers, which shows just how powerful Leo can be. Because Leo has this firepower, he is generally fireproof. This is seen when he didn't feel any pain after surviving a kerosene explosion in The Lost Hero, but a powerful demigod like Jason Grace felt pain from the heat the explosion caused. Even as a baby, Leo was immune to fire. Leo had a weird babysitter named Tia Khalida who would place him in a fireplace, and Leo was perfectly comfortable in it. Despite being generally immune to fire, however, this has a limit, which brings us to his last ability, which is called Supernova. Leo can increase the heat of his fire and make it white hot, which he used to attack Gaia in the Blood of Olympus. Though it defeated Gaia, Leo died along with it, which shows that he isn't fully immune to fire when it is increased to a supernova level. The only reason Leo survived, of course, was because of Asclepius' physician's cure, and ever since his resurrection, Leo was never attempted to go supernova due to his death. Leo Valdez is a very powerful demigod who managed to survive many life-threatening quests in his life. Though sometimes underestimated by some in the fandom in terms of his strength, Leo was brave and intelligent and has proven to be a formidable enemy in battle. So how about you? What's your favorite Leo ability? Let me know in the comments down below.